quick before we get started, we're going to do talents. First row, Fortress of the Mind, more single target. Second row, Body and Soul, more movement speed, so you want to push Power Word Shield every time you need to move. Third row, Searing Nightmare gives you more AoE for the adds in the one phase. Last word you absolutely need for the kicks, that'll be explained later. 40, you can do whatever you want there, honestly. And then the last two, absolutely have to keep it like that as well. All right, so you always want to start the RP before you start buffing yourself with Fort. You want to use a rune, oil, flask, and food. I use the feast. They're pretty expensive though. I want to start using them until you get more comfortable. Otherwise, I'm in pure Shadowlands gear. I didn't use any of the cheese gear that you can get. All right, so this first ad that spawns is his brother that he turned to help him. You want to open with your 2 dots and flay him as much as possible. Mind Flay slows this target, so that really helps with your kiting. You don't want to use any cooldowns here. The whole point is to save your cooldowns from when you phase him. It's at like 33, 32%. Once you have his health around 40%, stop using Devouring Plague on him. You want to pull your Insanity for the boss. He's going to phase around 32% and become untargetable. You're then going to switch to the boss and use all your cooldowns with drums. During this phase, small sets of adds are going to spawn. All you're going to do at this point is kite them. Don't worry about damaging at this point. Just focus on getting as much damage out on the boss. While you're damaging him, his brother's going to start regenerating health. All right, so once his brother regenerates to back to around 86%, you're going to swap back to him immediately, get your dots up on him, and then you're going to try and kill the little adds. If they're on top of him, just target him and use Searing Nightmare. Otherwise, target an ad and do as much damage to him as you can. You need to swap to the ad that spawns immediately and silence. It starts doing a cast. It's pretty long. If you silence it right as it starts casting within the first 5 seconds or so, you'll have plenty of time to kick the next 2 that come out. If you wait too long, your silence cooldown is too long and you'll die. Keep in mind, you don't need to burn that ad when it comes out. If it's around 25% with dots on it, it will die from the dots. If not, just keep an eye on and hit Shadow Word Death when it's low. All right, so I just want to take a quick second to talk about fear. As you can see, I just feared the brother. Fear is really powerful, especially in the 3rd phase. On this phase, you want to fear when he's around 40%, give or take, to help you get the board clear, get caught up with the hand from beyond, and give a chance for your cooldowns to recover. So you want to make sure that when this phase is over, that the little adds are gone. You've just finished clearing a hand from beyond, and you phase them once your cooldowns are up. I'm stopping DPS on him now. I want to wait for that next ad to spawn. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to clear these little adds and then phase him after I kill the hand. So unfortunately, I phased the brother a little bit early. Like I said before, ideally you want to wait till after that hand spawn so you have all your cooldowns. At this point, the main boss becomes targetable again, and this is going to be the last big burn you're going to be able to do before things get a little hectic. All right, so for the new mechanic in P3, the boss is going to throw out random purple orbs out. You need to stand in the orb, and then it's going to shrink until it disappears. If you don't get into it, or if you don't stay in it long enough, a mob will spawn, and it will wipe you. So those orbs are the big source of RNG in this encounter. Unfortunately, they can spawn right next to the brother, and when the brother hits you, if it doesn't kill you, it knocks you across the map. So then that big mob spawns, and then you're wiped anyways. The hands from beyond still spawn in this phase. You want to make sure you kill it like before, kick it early like before, but you still want to make sure you're getting all your dots up on the boss. Keeping your dots up on them as close to 100% as possible is priority number one. If you can spend your Devouring Plagues on him as well instead of the Hand from Beyond, that's going to help you out a lot. So at this point, I told myself that after I step in this rune, I'm going to use Void Form. I'm not going to worry about PI and Ruby coming off cooldown, and I'm just going to blast them, kick the eye when it spawns, and let's hope I kill it before the next eye cast goes out. So this is when fear comes back into play. As soon as he gets close to me, after I cast Void Form, I'm going to hit him with the fear. He has no dots on him, so it's going to last the full duration. So I'm kicking the add here at the end of its cast and focusing all my damage on Rust, and then I kill it before the next cast goes off. So quick side note here, if you didn't burn the boss as low as I did, say you got him to around 60% instead in that initial burn phase when you use drums, you're going to wait another cycle there. So you're going to kill that hand, and then you're going to wait for that next orb to spawn. And then when the brother gets close to you, fear it, pop all your cooldowns, and then burn from there. I hope this video helped you guys nut your kill. Thanks for watching.